How's it going, everybody? My name is Nick. I also go by Goldynguy, and I'm your coach of the Philadelphia Pincers. We are coming back to you with Week 7 of the UNPL Draft League, and this time we are taking on the biggest content creator in the league, and that is Viz and his Mediterranean Mimikyus. Before I talk about Viz and how great of an opportunity this is to play against him, let's talk about last week. We had so many disconnections when we played ItzDannyMac, but we still ended up pulling out on top and picking up what I think was like a 2-0 win on the backs of, oh Lord, Zoroark. That's what it was. And yeah, hopefully we can continue that train, because I think if we win this week, we clinch playoffs going into the final week of the regular season. And that's always good, knowing that it's secure and that we can just play however we want to going into that final week. All that being said, let's talk about Viz's team, what we're dealing with, how we might try to take it down. This is the matchup. Viz has the Sun team. Everybody knows it. Everybody let it happen during the draft. There's nothing we could really do about it. We started off with great Sun abusers in Gouging Fire and Walking Wake, in addition to the other two photosynthesis mons that he has, like Sandy Shocks and Slitherwing. The combination of Gouging Fire and Walking Wake are very difficult for my team to switch into, so it's almost like we have to pick a sack anytime one of them comes in to hit a button, and then pivot around from there, try to get in something that can take them out right then, and just go from there. He's also got Tornadus, which is normally what you would see on a rain team. And yeah, it's been doing fairly well this season. Obviously, it's not going to be locking into hurricanes or anything, but it does still have access to Belief Wind Storm and can be super bulky, has that knockoff that it can just be super annoying with, and just pivot around and U-turn into the bigger threats on the squad. Of course, if you have a Sun team, you've got to have a Sun setter, and that's going to be Torkoal for the squad. It is also, we have to note, his only form of hazard removal on the team. He seems to like to run it with a Heat Rock, so hopefully we can get rocks up early on during the match and just punish any switch-ins. I also noticed that he likes to yawn, so maybe if we can switch around, then we can deal with that in that manner. Slitherwing and Sandy Shocks, we kind of talked about him already, but Sandy Shocks hits pretty hard on the special side and Slitherwing on the physical side. Sandy Shocks is also a great hazard setter with things like Spikes and Stealth Rocks. First impression from Slitherwing just does my team in, especially my bigger threats like Latios and Superior, even the Crawdaunt that could otherwise come in and just hit some kind of priority move to get damage onto the Slitherwing. Saraledge is another big threat in the Sun. He seems to favor an Endure like weakness policy set with like Swords Dance, Poltergeist, and Bitterblade. Hopefully we can take advantage of that if it does come. I don't think it has a great matchup into me, and I think that Skuntank, one of his Terra Captains, would be better. Skuntank could be Terra Dark, Poison, and Fairy if I remember correctly. I do think that an AV set makes a lot of sense into my squad, looking at things like Latios and Zoroark, even the Superior. But I think that the 6 slot probably comes down between Saraledge and Skuntank, and I think Skuntank is a little bit better into my team for this matchup. His other two Terra Captains are going to be the Exeggutor, which he has favored a lot this season, Terra Fire, Rock, and Psychic. It is also a Chlorophyll user. Thankfully, we can get over top of that with like a Choice Scarf Latios, but it is still a threat and something that we have to take into consideration. He did bring a really defensive set in a previous week with like Keyberry Harvest shenanigans and just set up on this opponent's team, and then went into town with like a stored power set, and that was definitely something to witness. So if you haven't seen that, go back and find it. It's definitely a good watch. And then last but certainly not least is that Alolan Duck Trio. I don't remember its Terra typings off the top of my head, to be completely honest with you, and I haven't written them down yet. I believe it was Steel, Ground, and probably Fairy. If I had a hazard, I guess maybe Dark thrown in there, but I'm not entirely sure. It's got a pretty good speed stat, and otherwise can just use the Tangle Hair ability to slow down my team. It acts like Gooey in that if I make physical contact, it will slow me down. I don't really expect it to come, but it hasn't come all season, so maybe he wants to give it a shot against my team. That being said, I'll throw up the team tiles as we progress through the match so that you get an idea of what we're bringing and why we're bringing it, and I'll try to talk about the sets as to why we're bringing them when the Mon hits the field. That being said, we're going to try to get up out of here and into the match with Viz and get this battle on the way. Alright, it looks like that we are finally connected with Viz, so let's get this battle on the way. Let's see what he decided to bring. Slitherwing, which we figured would come and probably has first impression for Lottie. Then we have Exeggutor, which, okay, that's a bit of a surprise. Tornadus, T. Skuntank. Torkoal. And Walking Wake. So, Terra Captain will be Skuntank. It can be Dark, Fairy, or Normal. And Terra Captain could also be Exeggutor, which is Psychic, Fire, or Rock. I'm anticipating Rock for this matchup. All that being said, I think leading with Mr. DannyMac here, and just firing off a Volt Switch early on is the way to go. Obviously, they can lead Walking Wake, and it does a butt ton of damage to us. Tornadus also looks like a good lead, just a U-turn or knockoff. Said good luck, have fun in the chat. Let's get this battle on the way. Walking Wake is probably the scariest lead in my opinion. Slitherwing's not going to be doing much of anything to Rotom. And I mean, yeah, and we should be able to knock it out with an Air Slash, and we do get a Slitherwing lead, which is, I guess, fantastic for us. And we're just gonna go for, I don't see. Okay, so let me. Exeggutor was here, and no Gouging Fire. Moving there. And I think that's the only one that we got wrong. So I am just honestly Air Slashing turn 1. I don't see a world in which that's not a decent play. He can go out into Torkoal. He goes out into Skuntank, so this will let us know what kind of Skuntank set this is. We should be doing like, we did 25%. He's Black Sludge? Yeah. Sludge. So he's not AV. Black Sludge. He can knock off here. And we did, so he got 6% back. And that would have put him, yeah, so it looks like he might be max HP, max Spadaf, based on what I'm seeing. So we should have done 25. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. From here, I can just Volt Switch out into something that's a little bit more favorable, and we are faster. So are you careful? Nature? Let's see. Yeah, that would make a bit more sense. Yeah, I mean, we can just go out into Grum here and get off a fat Stealth Rock. Colossal coming in with the Air Balloon. What is, they go for a knockoff? That's fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. So we see Knock. And I'm just going to get my Stealth Rocks up and force him to Rabbit Spin those away with Torkoal. So from here, he could probably go on to Exeggutor fairly easily, and in which case I can Terra, because I'm Flash Fire, so I can take the Terra Blast. I can... Toxic comes off, okay, that's fine, I think. I'm not looking for my guy to be around for a long time, just to get some rocks up, and we can switch out here. I don't think my opponent goes for a second Toxic, but they are more than welcome to. I could see, I mean, what do you? I could just go out into Rotom, right, and then Volt Switch out. Yeah, we'll just go out into Rotom, Volt Switch out, and if he wants to bring in, so we are going to switch out first, so he is staying in. Are we going to get more information on what you have on your side? Toxic Spikes, maybe? Protect, okay. So you're just an annoying set. Fantastic. I will just Volt Switch out again and go back out into Colossal. See what my opponent wants to do. He can Toxic again if he wants to. I don't want to get knocked off, so I'll probably... Colossal seems fairly free. I don't know what I do with my water. There it is. Volt Switch comes off, and it's free because he has no ground type. He could probably just going to go for a Toxic or a knockoff, I would assume. So let's go back out in the Colossal. Knockoff comes off. I'm not going to do much of anything. And we're sitting at roughly 50% right now. I don't think... I don't know what you would be. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I can just Earth Power, right? Power Gem does damage. We'll just go for a Power Gem. He can protect. Yeah. I don't remember what my Rotom... Okay, so we're flying Terra Rotom, so maybe that could come in to play. The Skuntank, it's not doing much. I don't see the vision here. So I'm just going to Earth Power on something that might want to come in. I mean, I showed that I have Power Gem, so he may stay in and just do damage to me. Honestly, because I'm Toxic, I don't think it's going to be doing much to save this guy. I would love to save it, but I just don't think it's worth it in this particular scenario. We're just playing a really slow game in the beginning. Knockoff comes off, and we're going to Earth Power this thing, and then go out into Rotom. Actually, I think I'm gonna go out on the Mammo. I'm gonna hard Mammo right now, because we can still come in and take a hit. Let's just hard Mammo. Mammo in against Skuntank. At this point, Icicle Crash is going to be doing a significant chunk. Knockoff comes off, that gets rid of our Never Melt Ice. I'm glad I didn't go out into Zoroark there. That would have been a pain. But we can just Icicle Crash here as something will come in to take it. And if it's... okay, you can do that. Walking... nope. Mammo in against Walking Wake. And I'm just going to Earthquake here to get rid of this Skuntank. If he goes Tornadus, good on him. Slitherwing is also a decent play here, but I'll just go out, I'll sack Colossal. Everything's taking at least 50% from an attack, whether it be Icicle Crash or Earthquake, so it's really up to my opponent what they decide they want to switch into this. And then we just sack off Colossal after that. Maybe he thinks I just go for Icicle Crash again. Okay, so he's going to withdraw the Skunk. And who do we see? If it's Tornadus, good play. It's going to be Slitherwing. It should be doing 40%-ish. Took the rocks. Earthquake comes off. Yeah, it's good damage. And he's Leftovers? Okay. Leftovers on Slither. As I am just going to go out into my Colossal and sack it off to something here. Colossal was here to deal with Gouging Fire. Gouging Fire did not come, so that's where we're at with this. Close combat, okay? So we see a CC from Slitherwing. Now I can just go into Zoroark. Right now I can just go Lottie and fire off a Draco Meteor. Or an Air Slash from Rotom would do a lot of damage. I need to make sure, because I didn't want to Terra Rotom this game, so I didn't even think about putting a Terra on it. So yeah, let's just go out here and fire off an Air Slash. I just need to make sure, for my own peace of mind, that yes, I am flying. Okay. Had to do that for my own peace of mind. This thing is sitting at -1 split death. Into Rotom, Volt Switch does a significant chunk. Air Slash kills. I think I could just Air Slash and be fine and get damage off on... yeah, I don't have anything else that can Terra, so let's just Terra Air Slash. And use what we can. So Colossal went down to Slitherwing. He's going to withdraw Slitherwing and go into Skuntank. Hopefully Skuntank cannot take 2 Air Slashes from Terra Flying. I mean, it can. It's not AV though, it's Black Switch. 30%? I don't know if it can take 2. I don't know if it can. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay. That sucks. That sucks. For sure. I am just going to Air Slash again. He can protect if he wants to, just to get more Black Sludge recovery. Apart from that, he could throw off a Toxic if he wants to. that miss is awful. I mean, I didn't run Terra Blast because I was not envisioning Terra-ing Rotom, but that still sucks nonetheless. It is the game that we play, unfortunately, with those kinds of misses. Hopefully we can get rewarded here, maybe get a flinch. He's going to throw off a Toxic, and that's perfectly fine. Okay. And I think he's at enough health to where Volt Switch should pick up a kill currently, but he'll protect here just to rack up some damage. So with that, I'm just going to go out into Mamoswine on the on this protect. And then we'll fire off an Icicle Crash into whatever wants to come in. Yep. This Skuntank is annoying. I definitely did not prep for Toxic Stall Skuntank, but that's perfectly fine. It's doing what it needed to do. Let's just go for an Icicle Crash. He can protect here to scout. Yep. And I'm going to Icicle Crash again. He saw last time I switched it into an Earthquake. Slitherwing. Does not want to take an Icicle Crash after rocks. Torkoal could come in and do that. Yeah, I mean, I think we're fine right now. I mean, I don't want to say that because anything can happen, but I think we are good at the moment. I Icicle Crash here, and let's see what we're doing. I can take out the Torkoal on the following turn with an Earthquake, because Icicle Crash would not be doing much to it, but it would put it in range of an Earthquake, especially if it is a physically defensive Torkoal. Tornadus dies to an Icicle Crash. Walking Wake does not take 2 Icicle Crashes, and we can just switch out into our Iron Hands. In front of that Walking Wake, or in front of the Walking Wake, Exeggutor does not want to take an Icicle Crash. Do you go into Slitherwing this time? Yeah, that should. Yeah, it might be close. We do connect the Icicle Crash, and we do pick up a kill. The crit may have mattered, but then I could have just gone for Ice Shard on the following turns. I don't think it matters in that respect. And now Latios is free from. I'm assuming that the last move on Skuntank is probably Sucker Punch, but now Latios is free from the first impression, which is fantastic. So, I mean, ooh, I didn't even that may have mattered because I forgot that we got the Never Melt Ice knocked off of us. Let's go back to Slitherwing, and it may have mattered depending on his investment. Okay, Walking Wake comes in. I'm expecting like Choice Specs Wake, but that means that Iron Hands should be fine. And we can just Volt Switch out on the following turn. He could Flip Turn here fairly easily. I'm not giving up Mamoswine right now. So let's just go into hands and see what we can deal damage to. And just deal with on a personal level. Walking Wake, if it's Draco Meteor, shouldn't. Choice Specs, Walking Wake, Draco. Timid is doing roughly 40% to Iron Hands. Hydro Steam's doing about a quarter. Anything else, we'll see. So we do switch in to our Assault Vest Iron Hands. This is here to take on this Walking Wake. Hydro Steam comes off, and we go down to 427. That did 16%. It is not Choice Specs. Not Choice Specs. Confirmed. It could be Choice Scarf. Yeah, it could be Choice Scarf, Timid Choice Scarf, but that's not going to help it against. It could be Habanberry for Draco Meteor. I think that my opponent is going to want to switch out here, so I am going to Volt Switch. Rotom is a little bit more free now, as the Skunk comes out. I don't even know what I put as my. I may have put Lottie as my last one. Yeah, I did. Ooh, I meant to describe. I meant to disguise my Zoroark as what's his face? Mamoswine. but because that's what I did in all my mocks. But I actually just got disguised it as Latios, which may not make any difference because Zoroark isn't here, so it wouldn't really matter in that respect. I think here I'm just going to Icicle Crush and go for some damage. He's probably going to protect like he has every single time. And this time I will Earthquake after my Icicle Crash to catch the Torkoal. Or he gives me the Stun Tank, one or the other. Protect, okay. We can play this game all day long, Viz. I'm prepared. I am prepared. So Icicle Crash comes out, goes into the Protect. You can try to double Protect, see if I'm going to, what prediction I'm trying to make. I do want to hit this Torkoal super hard. And I think I'm just going to Earthquake and go for damage and just take out the Skunk. Okay, Skunk's gone. Latios is super free now. Skunk is gone. Mamoswine picks up another kill. Latios is super free now. I'm definitely thinking that Exeggutor, I need to keep Mamoswine around for Exeggutor outside of Sun. I could see Torkoal coming out. Yeah, it's Torkoal. Taking 25% from rocks. Drought comes off. Mamoswine. In the Sun, I can still take a Lava Plume, which is crazy. I think I just go for the Earthquake and see what kind of Torkoal we're dealing with. Okay. Stealth Rock comes up, and I cannot get rid of that, so we do have to play Mamoswine a little bit less free. We have boots on Rotom still, right? Let's check that. Yeah, we still have boots on Rotom, so I'm not too worried about that. We lost our item. Remember that, Nick. We lost our item. Now I can just... Yeah, I think I can just... I want to keep this around, but... I'm just going to Icicle Crush and kill the Torkoal with Mamoswine. Yes. You might be thinking, why did he do that? Could have missed, and it was because I did not want Tornadus to come in and take me out. So Torkoal goes down, and we still have to deal with... This is good. That was definitely Heat Rock Torkoal, so we have to deal with 8 turns of Sun. So it could be, I wonder if it's Choice Scarf, Speed Boosting, Walking Wake. That would be insane. Exeggutor in the Sun definitely outspeeds our Mamoswine. If it is Terra Rock, what is it taking? It's taking 25% from Ice Shard. Honestly, I think I'm fine if I just go for the Ice Shard here and get some damage on it. Psychic, Terra Psychic would be bad. I'm assuming that it's into my team. I think Rock makes a lot more sense. But what do I know? So this is going to be doing like 12%, but chip is chip. Okay. So it is Terra Fire. Terra Blast comes off. We don't live that. No shot, no shot. Okay. Latios can come in. Okay, so it's Life Orb as well. Terra Blast. Latios against Timid. Just gotta make sure. We outspeed. And that means that Zoroark also outspeeds, right? So Zoroark would also outspeed. And I can just go for a Shadow Ball. What else is Zoroark doing, right? So here, I am just going to Snowscape and get rid of this Sun altogether. Let me get Mamoswine off the layout. he doesn't know that this is whether or not this is Latios or Zoroark. Neither one of them have come in, and they're both Scarf, so it really doesn't matter. They both have the same speed tier. If I can get rid of this, then I don't have then I don't have to deal with Tornadus comes in. Then I don't have to deal with what's it called? Yeah, no boots on you. Don't have to deal with the sun anymore unless Tornadus has sun. So from here, I am just going to go out into Mr. ItzDannyMac himself. This one down, and Exeggutor picked up a kill on this one. So, we are in against Tornadus. Knockoff comes off, he's going to knock off our boots. That is fine. Rotom. And I'm just going to fire off a big Air Slash right now. Big Air Slash should go the distance. It'll do damage to Tornadus. Latios outspeeds. Let's see. Latios, Luster Purge. U-turn comes off, okay. Walking Wake. Walking Wake gets 2-hit KO'd by Luster Purge. Maybe we can see what kind of Wake this is. Maybe we can get some intel on the damage that we are about to do. We do hit the Terraflying Air Slash. Maybe he was AV, but we should be putting it into range. And I am just going to Volt Switch. He can take me out, I don't care. I can Volt Switch here and then go into any of my mons and be fine. Shadow Ball from Zoroark. I wonder if you are AV. I wonder if you are AV. Rotom. He could be AV because I didn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, AV's looking pretty smug. So even Draco Meteor. Yeah, that's a Draco. Okay. Zoroark into an AV Walking Wake. It's not something that we want to deal with. Rotom Fan goes down. I can just go out into my guy, Iron Hands. And I mean, Thunder Punch is pretty free. Thunder Punch is pretty free. So let's go for it. Flamethrower comes off, it's not going to be doing much. Thunder Punch kills, Iron Hands picks up a kill against Walking Wake. Snow stopped, that's fine. Unless Eggy has its own sun. Fire. Psychic into Iron Hands is not killing. Drain Punch should kill after Life Orb. Sleep Powder! Sleep Powder! What are you doing over there? That's fine. What are you doing over there? He's got the Sleep Powder, guys. Oh my goodness. I mean, Lottie takes a hit, right? Lottie takes anything from this dude. So let's just go out in the Lottie. He can't Sleep Powder me again. So we'll just go out into Lottie and Luster Purge. What else you got over there? Psyshock? Okay. Should be able to take this fairly easily, yeah. And now we should just be able to Luster Purge. Luster Purge would kill the Eggy and ultimately the Tornadus. We should be able to live. I mean, we're sitting at what, 160? Knockoff could potentially kill from Tornadus, but I think I just pivot through Iron Hands. It all depends on what kind of... It could be... No, it's not Scar Tornadus. He switched up moves, so we know that. Luster Purge will kill the Eggy. Who died? Rotom died. Rotom? Who did Rotom die to? Walking Wake. That's what it was. should be fine to just Luster Perch here, withdrew the Eggy. Ooh, I don't know if that was the play. I don't know that that was the play. Are you AV? Let's see. This should be doing 50%. You're AV. And we do get the Spadef drop, though. Assault Vest. Ooh, it's looking like a roll. It's looking like a roll. I'm gonna go for it. He can knock us off if he wants. No, we pick up the kill, baby. Yes, Lottie. In order for that to have made a difference, he would have had to have 0 attack investment, right, and still knocked us off, and I don't know that he would have been able to pull it out. But Lottie's going to pick up a final kill here as we go on to beat Viz 3-0, which I think is a fairly, yeah, I think that's our biggest win of the season. I'm proud of us. Lottie's going to go for Luster Purge, pick up its second kill of the game, and knock out Executor as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, all 6 kills marked down on our sheet. GG to my opponent. I am feeling absolutely ecstatic. I think we played that game very well, and I do believe that that clinched us for playoffs. If it doesn't, then I'm not sure what world a team that could possibly go 5-3 does not make playoffs, but I could be mistaken. I'll figure that out for next week, obviously, before I start playing. Oh man, that win feels fantastic. I do think that we have become accustomed to our team, and it's working out well. Not seeing Gouging Fire there, I think limited or took away a lot of pressure, to be honest with you. I was very afraid of it. And it's the combination of Skuntank and Slitherwing going down allowed us to open up Lottie and just spam the psychic move there at the end. All that being said, I'm going to get up on out of here as, yeah, we picked up another win. I'm pretty excited. I don't feel well, so that's why I'm not like, yeah, gung-ho, super high energy. But we're going to get up on out of here. My name is Nick. I also go by Goldynguy, and I'm your coach of the Philadelphia Panthers. We'll be seeing you. Peace.